everyone, welcome back to Lezren's Let's Play From the Depths. Today, we go to battle. And the first battle of the day will be this guy right here. So let's go ahead and stop him from getting our balloon radar. He's just going to keep on going. He's not going to acquire a new target apparently. So let's pull him in. And let's get over to that fleet not where I wanted. There we go. Let's get in the cannon. Pull him in again. Apparently didn't do it the first time. There we go. Prepare for battle. Looks good. It's gonna be a fairly large battle. So let's go ahead and begin. I might pull in our new ironclad as well. What do we have anyway? Let's look. Drake light, lots of Drake lights, lots of Drake lights. River home should be simple. He hasn't been updated to work properly. And just some little ships, but mostly the Drake lights, which luckily I think the Gatling should take care of pretty quick, pretty easy. Not to mention the bumblebees with their missiles. So what I think I'll do, let's get on the Gatling instead. And let's begin this battle. Everything but the freighter. Let's just continue to try out the fleet we've got here. And let's go look at some of these Drake lights. Well, what used to be a Drake light, no longer. Ooh, barely missed that one. I have been working on an MK2 variant of the Bumblebee. Quite a bit faster. I think these are, what are these, 50? I'll have to look at them here in a little bit. I did update it to light alloy. I don't think that missile can hit them. Alright, come on Gatling. Oh, you're shooting at a ship. Okay. Take out these Drakes, as they're our worst nightmare right now. I could tell it to focus. Maybe I will. No. I need to get closer, but I'll just let the battle play out, see what happens. The river home's just getting destroyed, as I figured. Vanguard's already lost. Drake's down. Looks like 2 Drakes. Was that a Vanguard over here? Sea Viper. He's definitely hurt. River home is hollowed out nicely. Yeah, he's half health pretty much. Those Drake lights can't really stand a chance. I mean, missiles, cannons, everything else, yeah. They're not built to last very long. Kind of cannon fodder. How's our forces? Well, we took some damage on the bumblebees. Support freighter. I didn't even bring him in. He must have come in after some of the enemies died. It's alright. I might put like an MK2 variant of that. I might put some kind of defense system on it. Some shields or whatever. Probably hit a stray missile, hit him. Bumblebees are falling out of the air. Should be repairing in the meantime, though. So, I don't think our ironclads took any damage. They didn't. If they did, they've already healed up. Alright, so that's all enemies except for the river home. Looking pretty nice. He's not long for the world at all. Oh, that's a hit on the bumblebee. Ouch. Where's my binos? There we go. I need to move my binos to number 3. Alright, that's the battle. Everything's going to disintegrate soon. And we're done. Well, they sent a force after us. It didn't do much. He's just... Oh, he lost his engine. Okay. He does have repair bots on him, though. He'll get repaired. And the support freighter He's repairing as well. Looking good. Okay. Success. Looking good, looking good. Everything is grand. So let's assess the damage. Bumblebee got wiped out. Let's repair him. Repair him. And of course, everything else. Bumblebees pretty much took the brunt of the damage. But they're so cheap, that's what they're kind of for, honestly. Let the little hearts go around and heal everybody up. And that is a successful... Why does my balloon keep going down? I want you... Oh, that's my freighter. Where's the balloon? Okay, I want you over here. And... You. Balloon. Over here. And way up in the air. There you go. I had trouble with them because I keep fleet. The flagship is kind of messing with my balloon because I have them fleeted together. So, all right, let's go look at this new fortress we built, the FOB. Just kind of see what we've got. Let's pull him into play. I did pull him into play. I'm not on him though. There we go. All right, he's got some resources. He is gathering resources. Plenty of engine power. I don't know why my engine's being used so much. Well, I think before I actually upgraded it to install more of these, so I don't need that much oil. 2 is probably going to be more than enough to mine or harvest in this zone. We'll go ahead and make 3 on though. Let's just leave 3 on. It's more the metal and the... I don't even care about the crystal, honestly. Not yet, at least. It's more the metal I want. So let's just upgrade this one a little bit. Okay. Now I do need to put a better engine on this. What is that one? 400? I know I have a better 400 prefab on. I've created some new engines in the meantime. So... yeah, let's just delete this one real quick. Nope. Come on. Come on, Lezren. There you go. And get rid of you. Get the 400 horse. I might... Yeah, let's just do 400. That is my new 400. One of them at least. Make it a little prettier here. Put an exhaust cap on it. Not that you need that. It's really non-functional, but hey, better than just an empty pipe. It's quite a bit more fuel efficient. 2.4 fuel per second. And I don't remember the other one, but I think it was like 3.5, somewhere around there. So it's basically the exact same engine, just arranged better and more of a cube and far more efficient. So all around a little bit better. More efficient is always better, especially when it comes to the engines. So that's that. He's running at full tilt. How much oil do we have? Zone is getting lower in oil. Haven't even hit the ground with the last one. I know I have 3 on. Why is it not showing? Let's go ahead and pull it out of play. Kind of let it reset. Sometimes you have to do that. Okay. And this is completely inefficient. But for this forward operating base, it's plenty. It works just fine. A little bit of everything. I did upgrade my other one since I've created this. This is basically just the literal starting fortress for me, so it'll work. It'll hold the resources we need it to hold. It's actually got a lot of natural and a lot of metal already. I'm going to go empty this out. I don't need that much. And I definitely don't want it to hold that much. Yeah, I have it set to hold almost nothing. So, let's send our cargo. You need to go pick all this up anyway. So let's do that. Let's go pick everything up. We'll hit that. Let's just do a little bit of cleanup. Alright. This is our new fleet. Or our same old fleet, I should say. Let's just do a little bit of scouting. Let's see what we have in here. Probably more coastal defenses. You know what? Before I do that, let me dump some of this resource I have in this fleet. That is a lot of metal. And it definitely doesn't need to carry that much. Where's my... Yeah, that's a whole ton of metal. Okay. Thought I went 1%. There we go. No fuel on them. Why aren't you... Again, these bumblebees keep getting out of my resource groups for some reason. And I don't know why. I mean, ultimately, they seem to be changing. I know I set that up last time. Oh well. I will figure it out in the future. Current me right now needs to do other things. Looks like that got cleaned up. So, how much do you have on you now? Not as much. Good. And we have another fleet on its way to try and dethrone us. So let's go deal with that. And what I probably should do is create some kind of land defense or some coastal defense in these choke points. That way, if they do come from an unknown direction like that, that they'll at least be stopped and thrown into like some kind of crossfire and or just in general get wiped out by the coastal defense. So one of these days I will get that done. Okay, how much do you have now? A lot. Are you full? I think you're actually full. Okay, where's my cargo freighter? Right there. Okay, let's fill you up. Do that. There we go. Now everybody is equalized and we should be good. So, let's send that cargo freighter to our main base and dump all that juicy resource off. Look at all that. Golly. He has a lot. So, that might be enough to pull in a destroyer. Honestly, we'll see what happens when he gets there. Total our numbers. Find out what we have in reality here. So, we're good there. Yeah, you're low on oil, but you will generate more. That's pretty much all I want on him. You know, that's kind of the minimum. That'll replenish my fleets and all that good thing. And he'll create more fuel, create everything else. So, that's what I wanted. And I want this base, which is far better, to hold most of the resources. And we'll do most of our building on it. I might actually move this and or create another one once I find a better resource zone. And we've got another deep water guard up here. I think it's about time we create a second fleet, honestly. We've got the starting of one, but I think he's more of a defense fleet for that forward operating base. Not that it needs one, it's so damn cheap. I just don't want to lose it if I don't have to. So let's get into the fortress. Let's get the beginnings of one going. And the beginnings of one usually means... Let's get a cannon. See, okay. The destroyer, 33,000 natural, 46,000 metal. And then Drake column. Oh boy. Yeah, that's probably my balloon. Wow, that is an actual Drake fleet. Okay. What are you then? Marauder, Atlas. You're actually the easier fleet. Okay. Well, we'll take care of that one first. The balloon will get knocked out. He's not going to last. Move you up here. Just so we have eyes on it. And let's get back to building the destroyer. So 33, 46, 8, 11, 3. We have enough. Let's get a destroyer in. And we have more coming once the destroyer or the cargo freighter gets here. So in this episode, oh, apparently you need to be, dang it. You need to be way far out there. There we go. And you, I'll just go ahead and grab the destroyer. There we go. There we go. I don't think you need to be that far. Let's put you 60. And then here comes the destroyer. It's basically got a metal interior. It's got a kind of a metal capsule around, or a metal capsule inside a wood shell. So kind of minimize the amount of metal I could use, but maximize the amount of protection the metal would actually give me. Can't really disable this. It's just a balloon radar, so let's go ahead and just end it. We're going to lose it, so it's fine. Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. And this one is ready to go. Let's go ahead and get this battle going. Get the battle started. Let's increase everything but the freighter. I don't want to maximize it besides the freighter too, just so I get everything I can. Bigger battles are more fun, of course. What am I on? Okay, I'm on the cannon. The Atlas is incoming. Got coffin nails. Or no, these are casket nails, right? Casket bolt, I mean. Coffin nails are like 3 times the size of this thing and far more deadly, so. If not even bigger. These are pretty deadly when they're in a group. They're kind of like the bumblebees, you know. They're more of a support role than they are a main fleet. I don't know why they were set up as a complete defense against an entire zone, but hey. We are technically not on easy, we're on about normal. So I might up the difficulty if this does become too easy in the long run. And the Atlas, are you getting hammered? Not yet, you don't look like you've been touched. But you're flying like you're having problems. He's had a couple. Okay, 2 Marauders. 1 almost not Marauder. And we have a nice little island in the way. Okay, 1 Marauder down. How are we doing? 1 Bumblebee scratched. He's got a scratch, that's about it. Sorry to flash the screen like that. I have to unlock the camera in order for it not to bob and weave like it's in the water. So just to comment on that in case. Atlas is going down. Not long for it. About to bite the big one. He's not primaried yet, though. Now, he must have repaired out of his 2 damaged. So, let's go ahead and see if we can primary this guy. He is the most damaged after all. If we can get him knocked out, we can definitely make the fight a little bit quicker. Looks like the Gatling ironclad must be reloading. He's not firing at all yet. Would probably be to our advantage to get another cannon in here so we can have more constant damage. Okay, he is dead for sure. Let's primary this one now. All target. There we go. Gatlin has been reloaded. Now, I think a destroyer would complement this fleet quite a bit. Now again, I'm not terribly happy with the destroyer, but it is quite functional. It looks okay for what it is. The guns I love. The guns are great. I actually like the guns on it, so I might end up putting them on a different hull eventually, but for right now it is what it is. More function over form, I would say. Man, you're just getting destroyed, Atlas. Surprised he's still alive, honestly. About to cut him in half. Oh, he died before that happened. Okay. Alright, this battle is done. Now we need to go take care of that Atlas fleet. Is he still alive? Oh, he's still blueprint. Okay. Let's pull you down here. We'll rebuild you. Let's pull. And repair. Not that it'll take much. And let's get up there and take care of that. They're probably pretty quick. Yeah, 20 meters a second on that Drake fleet. 10 on mine, so we'll probably have to kind of come here. This guy, I want to move somewhere like that. Otherwise, he'll get taken out before we can get there. And let's go check this out. Let's get back into the fortress. Let's get the destroyer pulled back in. And we'll finish this build. I've got a lot more tentacles on here. I can even put more on there, but it's going to build pretty quick as it is. Let's do a 90 degree turn on that. Let's see, azimuth. Right. There we go. Now, I am recording this right after the last episode, so the game is a little chuggy right now. I need to restart it. Works just fine, but after a while, I think it's just everything starts accumulating on the seafloor, and you just kind of need to reboot it. They need to do a little bit of better about cleaning up little bits and pieces. So, this is the destroyer. It's got 2 torpedoes. We can get to it. Here are my torpedo setups. Not the best torpedo, honestly, but it does work pretty well. It's got a main cannon that's 200 millimeters. So 20 centimeter main cannon. Let me see if I can remember which one of these is the main cannon round. I believe this is the bigger one is 5. Yes, this is the main cannon round. It's got frag, HE, penetration, inertial. So if it does hit a shield, it will explode on instead of just bouncing off and keeping going. Composite shell with it. It does quite. Wait, let me get back to 200 here. Show you the damage and everything. So it does have a little bit of armor piercing, quite a bit of kinetic, quite a bit of recoil force on this. However, I do have dampeners, so it works pretty well. Frag damage, explosive radius, explosive damage. So it's mostly kinetic, which, you know, it's a bullet, and it's got frag warheads, so that's pretty much expected. But it does have some explosive. So, and what was it? 224 muzzle velocity on it. So pretty decent shell. No, it does quite a bit of damage when it connects. And for the, I lost my place. For the smaller cannons, which are 125 millimeters each, quite a bit smaller, and there's only one barrel each, but they do move independently. Let me get in here in the captain's seat. I do have them set up so they will move. Number 2. They won't be able to destroy the main cannon, but they can kind of defend the rear end. And this thing on a broadside is pretty deadly. Do I not have them set up for that? Minimum. Let's do... -8. And I guess I forgot to set this up. -8. That way they're not just trying to shoot into the deck in the rear end. See, it's actually quite a bit less than I thought. Oh, wrong way. That's why. Azimuth. Interesting. Okay. Oh, that's right. Oh, I have these reversed, apparently. Okay, so 8. There we go. Excuse me while I set up my cannons, because apparently I didn't do it correctly. Yeah. That's what it was. Okay, let's do... +8 max, because apparently I've got them upside down, so that's fine. Not going to hurt anything. Now they won't be able to shoot into the deck, though. They can go pretty far, and they probably will end up... The failsafe will stop them from, you know, destroying anything. So they can shoot a little bit downwards, but they can't, you know, go directly down and shoot into the deck. Not that they would anyway, because the failsafe, but it just looks better that way, in my opinion. Okay, main gun... Apparently I didn't do the same thing. Or something is off. Yeah. Oh well, the main gun I'm going to leave. Maybe. Let me look. Where is my... There we go. Max elevation, I want that. Minimum elevation. Do the same thing. 8. Looks good. Okay. So now him, like the other ones. There we go. Could have sworn I had done that, but I guess I didn't. So that's probably something I just missed. And the main gun, it does fire a decent. So that's the main gun. Rear guns are quite about the same. Have a decent fire rate. This thing has been known to take out Drake columns all by itself. It does have a sticky flare launcher in the back as a little bit of a missile defense system. And you already saw the torpedoes. So that's pretty much the offensive systems, and the one defensive, it has 4 missiles. So this should be pretty adequate to take on the Deepwater Guard. Okay, so let me get it in the water. Quick little review of that ship. And it does, I don't know, respectable 15 or so meters a second. Oh, man. See, I've been playing around. Okay. Is that the balloon? Yes. All right. The balloon is going to hold off the Drake column until my fleet gets there. That's just what's going to happen. So let's get the fleet up there. Right about, right about there. Okay. Destroyer, where are you? This guy successfully is going to drop off his resources. There we go. Let's get you split into your own fleet. And let's get you into that column. Pull him out. And yeah, he does about 14. He does about 15 meters a second. On a good day, he'll not turning. He'll probably go a little faster than that. Let's see if we can speed him up. I think in my testing, he was about 15.6 or so, somewhere in there. But not today, apparently. Okay, so fleet is a go. This will kick off eventually. It won't stay forever, unfortunately. Yep, see? Okay, so let's bring in our fleet. Maybe this is going to just get destroyed. That's pretty much all there is to it. Everything but the freighter, of course. And they are brought in. Yes. Now let's get on this. Apparently my ironclads were only on combat, so they weren't going to move forward. So get rid of that. And the bullets are flying. There we go. Yeah, the balloon. The radar is just gone. One missile would take that thing out pretty quickly. Understandably so. Apparently only one Drake, so that's fun. I took most of the combat points, apparently. Okay, he is dead. For sure. Can he hit the ironclad? Yep. That was some damage, too. Oh, yeah. That was an ammo rack is what that was. Those Drakes have some pretty deadly missiles on them. And something is up because I guess my sticky flares were not firing. And my family's home. So I'll just let this play out. Alright, battle finished. Alright guys, I have been Lezren. That's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good night.